Kaun banega Mukhyamantri? Who will be the next Chief Minister is a question that is being asked ever since the results came out this Saturday. And now it looks like we may finally have the answer to that question. Sources suggest that the party has zeroed in on former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The 75-year-old, we're given to understand, is all set to take over once again as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. His rival DK Shivkumar, who of course had made a strong pitch for his own candidature and was driving a hard bargain, it seems at the moment has lost the race to the 75-year-old veteran. The possibility of a rotational chief ministership with DK Shivkumar taking over the reins from Siddaramaiah 2.5 years into the tenure of this government. What are you picking up from your sources?
Neha, I think one of the reasons that party high command might have picked Siddaramaiah, if at all the information what's coming from Delhi is right, is that based on the number of MLAs supporting him. That is a very primary reason. I believe Rahul Gandhi is sticking to this particular argument that Siddaramaiah should get CM post. So because if in case BJP in future makes some kind of issue politically, the party can come back and say, counter the BJP's argument and say, even though we have not disclosed the number of MLAs supporting Siddaramaiah, basically Siddaramaiah has been picked only because of the number of MLAs supporting that. That clearly shows the kind of democratic process we follow and the importance and the respect we give it to the democratic process. That is number one. I agree partially with Kartikeya that Congress might have picked Siddaramaiah if at all they go with him. He's a OBC face and is very popular in the rural Karnataka, more so than urban Karnataka, because I think the party might be thinking that keeping the 2024 options open, because if they keep the rural Karnataka very strong, and if Siddaramaiah can bring more OBC and SC, SC, ST votes, along with Vakaliga votes from southern Karnataka, then I think they can easily get more number of seats from Karnataka. I think that can be one of the reasons why they opt for Sidhu as CM and DCM for DK Shivkumar. I think that's the kind of thing I read it from here.
What else can you share with us? What are you picking up from your sources? If Siddaramaiah as the Chief Minister is a done deal, the question is, will the post of Deputy Chief Minister be enough to pacify DK Shivkumar, who till yesterday had completely ruled out accepting rotational chief ministership? However, today there are reports doing the rounds that we may end up having that scenario for rotational chief ministership after all in the state of Karnataka.
Well, from what I have heard from my sources in Delhi is that so far, like you said, that the Siddaramaiah Chief Minister's post is a done deal, and Siddaramaiah will be the next Chief Minister. He'll be swearing in tomorrow at 3:30 in Kantirwa Stadium, is what we've been told by our sources there. But the DK Shivkumar factor is something that's going to weigh in, because DK Shivkumar first did not agree for the split of power, but now after his conversation with Rahul Gandhi and the others in the party yesterday, it has been decided, so far it has been decided that DK Shivkumar will split power. He will take over the reins of the Chief Minister, mostly after the Lok Sabha election or 2 years after Siddaramaiah is the Chief Minister. So the first 2 years will be Siddaramaiah, and the next 3 years will be taken care by DK Shivkumar, is what our sources tell us. And in the meantime, when Siddaramaiah is going to be the Chief Minister, DK Shivkumar will hold the Deputy Chief Minister's post, and will also be holding a lot of other plum posts and important posts in the cabinet. So this is what we've been told. We've also been told that tomorrow at 3:30, around that time, we'll see Siddaramaiah swearing, and he'll be the only one swearing in tomorrow. Now, the reason why this has been done is, like we mentioned yesterday when the ballot was present, more than 80%, 80 MLAs had voted for Siddaramaiah. This is because Siddaramaiah is the oldest leader, and like how Mr. Kartikeya mentioned, that Congress has this issue of electing a leader who is way more experienced than the young one, and that is why I think Siddaramaiah weighs in more support of the MLAs. He's a mass leader.
Siddaramaiah is the next chief minister, DK could be the next deputy chief minister, and chances are there will be power sharing after all. DKS may have given in after initially rejecting that formula. Your thoughts?
You know, the talks doing rounds among journalists in Bangalore is that it would have helped if they made DKS, the chief minister for the first 2 years, simply because the Lok Sabha elections is expected in 2024. And we need a young leader who will work on the ground to deliver the results. But on the other hand, the discussion that's going on is with Mr. Praveen Sood being called over to Delhi to head the CBI, you know, the BJP could misuse him to foster cases on Shiv Kumar, as he already has landed himself in many money issues. So there was no way they could make DK simply because, you know, the chief minister himself having an ED raid or a CBI raid would speak ill of the Congress party. So as of now, the decision is being made. I don't know if a double formula will work, like a double engine didn't work in Karnataka, simply because, you know, we have experiences of, you know, the coalition government when H.D. Kumaraswamy pulled out and, you know, aligned with the BJP and formed his own government with himself as the chief minister. So power is very endearing. So I'm not sure if Siddaramaiah would agree to give up power after 2 years, or for DKS, who has worked so hard on the ground level, if it is easy to take up power the second time, because the actual face of the chief minister is the person who takes oath tomorrow, and that would speak volumes for somebody who helped the party get 135 seats. So, you know, both ways there are issues. If they had elected DK Shivkumar, it could work against the Congress because of Praveen Sood heading the CBI. So we'll have to look at the smaller issues which, journalists are not discussing openly, but eventually different newspapers and channels will bring out these stories that, at the Shangri-La Hotel, when it was decided that 80 MLAs voted for Siddaramaiah, they should have simply declared him as the leader and shown their leadership. I think because they could not convince DK Shivkumar, they had to transfer this whole drama to Delhi, have two people take flights with their aides and cronies and, make television channels run around and then declare. It's still not yet been declared, so the drama is not over.
The question is, will Deputy Chief Ministership be enough to pacify DK Shivkumar? How do you see this playing out? Many have been wondering, is he going to go into a sulk, or will he continue to play the obedient, staunch loyalist that he has been so far?
He would definitely sulk, but at the same time, he has no option but to be obedient to the party high command, which he has demonstrated in last so many years. But the point right now, the Kartikeya was talking, or whatever your correspondent was saying, and including what Roja was saying, is that, this number 80, nobody knows it for sure. Whether it is 80 or 50 or 100 or 120, nobody knows it. It's a secret ballot, and we're all talking based on opinions of our sources. That's one thing. Another thing is, the issue on the table right now is not whether DK Shivkumar is a lesser leader or Siddaramaiah is a bigger leader. That is not at all an issue. The one point that is, that's one hurdle before DK Shivkumar is the cases pending against him. Let us imagine a scenario where if there were no cases against DK Shivkumar, there was no chance DK Shivkumar would give up. There was no chance anybody would have asked him to stand down, because Siddaramaiah has had a term, and people would have asked him to be a bigger man and make way for the younger lot. And DK Shivkumar's hard work is for everyone to see. But the issue is that the cases are pending against him, and someone like Praveen Sood, the DG and IG of Karnataka Police, was recently shifted as CBI director. He also doesn't have a great rapport with DK Shivkumar. DK Shivkumar and Praveen Sood they were at loggerheads openly many times in Karnataka.
Let's say that DK Shivkumar is offered chief ministership 2 or 2.5 years down the road. Number one, will that be enough to pacify a leader who till last night was saying, I am the one who's brought the party to power. The 135 MLAs have been elected on my watch. I fulfilled my promise to Sonia Gandhi. And then there is this whole question of, will Siddaramaiah be willing to give up power 2 years, 2.5 years down the right? We know how it works usually.
See, it can work if you have a powerful party president. For example, I remember when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, when they removed Bhagwat Azad, Tariq Anwar was sent there. Tariq Anwar never wanted to become Deputy Chief Minister of Bhagwat Azad in 1980s. So he disappeared from Patna. It's a very famous story for another day. And 2 journalists, senior editors were sent who were friends of Rajiv Gandhi, were caught dumbstruck on the airport because he took a taxi saying that he will not work with Mr. Bhagwat Azad because there were allegations of mismanagement during civil strife. So that's one. But then that showed how much power a Prime Minister or the President of the Congress Party had in removing the Chief Minister. Or for example, Arjun Singh was the Chief Minister in 1980s. Then he went on to become the Governor of Punjab, and Motilal Vora was made the Chief Minister, and then Motilal Vora was shifted back as the Union Minister for Civil Aviation. Why? Because Rajiv Gandhi had complete control over the party. Similar things Indira Gandhi used to do. Kamraj plan was exactly the same thing which Jawaharlal Nehru did. Now you neither have Indira nor Jawaharlal Nehru. You neither have Sonia Gandhi and Ahmed Patel. So it's very difficult to bring that change about. Now what do? You have to tell them that we'll rotate power. You'll get your share. But once the person is there, the question is, unlike BJP, why can't BJP change the Chief Minister? That is the question. So the answer is, once you are on the chair, then you oblige so many people in first 6 months, it becomes difficult for them to support the other person. Mr. Singhdeo is a very tall leader. Tell me why Mr. Singhdeo is not being able to unsettle Bhupesh Baghel. What did Bhupesh Baghel do? The day Mr. Singhdeo resigned from his 2 portfolios, entire legislative party of Congress in Chhattisgarh was sitting inside 2 buses. And they were all flying to Delhi. It was turning out to be big tamasha.
Yes.
And why couldn't the party president intervene then? Because Chief Minister was controlling the purse. Similarly, Ashok Gehlot could get away by sidelining Sachin Pilot. Why? Because he had obliged every MLA there. And when we say oblige an MLA, I mean, you give him a good position within the party. Kith Hokin gets a good position within the system. You get a good portfolio. You get your district collector, or you get a SHO of your choice. This is how you oblige politicians. Once that is done, it becomes very difficult for another to maneuver. Or you have a system like what BJP has, where once Amit Shah or Prime Minister decides, you just got to do it.
This is really a done deal. But if we could just share a couple of updates with our viewers. We were given to understand Rahul Gandhi was going to hold another meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Well, I think we have, what we have been given to understand by sources within the Congress party is that Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah might meet again.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them. The timings were given, from 1:30 to 2 p.m. But you know, as it happens in politics, may go, half an hour ahead of the schedule and all. But there will be a show of unity. They will not want to send a message that, all is not well between DK and Siddaramaiah. All 4 would be there to give a message of unity. And I think, by tomorrow, once Siddaramaiah takes oath as the new Chief Minister of Karnataka, all of this bickering and, of who is going to be the Chief Minister and all will die a natural death. The most important thing is we are yet to know the exact dealing which has been made,
Deal that's been struck
made between Siddaramaiah and DK.